Especially lately, I've been telling you guys that I'll spoon feed you things that are superficial to me, and even some of the neat stuff is available to you. This is superficial shit that's available to you. The irony being, and do you know how many kids have whined at me in favor of the propaganda? And typically speaking, or I should say, more often than it probably should be the case, um, it's been on posts having to do with the cousin fucking plagiarist Einstein and or Tesla, or somebody squealing about fucking cymatics of all things. Now, this guy that's going to rattle this shit off, he has traction on the DARPA internet, and I have seen him post propaganda. But I'm going to play the video for you, and maybe I'll get a copyright. I got a lot of those. This is him, spoon feeding you what's sitting in, which seminar is it? Part of it's in seminar 2, part of it's in seminar 8, part of it's in seminar 6, part of it's scattered across the seminars. And again, it's information that's available to you, and any of you who have ever, preached about Tesla or fucking Einstein, fucking Zionist puppet, you don't look into things, you buy into things. It's terrifying. Atomism is in place to pave the way for a one world religion. That's why people know about it. Anything that's well financed and well circulated, you shouldn't trust. You shouldn't, rattle off. And how many people have? I mean, I guarantee you know what atomism is.
Tesla and Albert Einstein have something in common that will come as a shock to anyone interested in mainstream science. They don't believe in atoms. The reason why is even more telling about the nature of reality. Nikola is quoted, "I do not agree with the accepted atomic theory of matter, and I do not believe in the existence of the electron as known to science." Albert joins in with, "The electromagnetic theory by itself is incapable of realizing its nature, because if the electron really existed, its electric masses would be dispersed under the influence of their very own repulsion, unless forces of another kind were at work in them." Hypothetically, if there aren't atoms in the way that we have been taught, then what is responsible for Maya, the illusion of matter? Well, if Nikola were here, he would quote Genesis and say, "In the beginning there was the Word," or Logos, along with the famous "Let there be light." This would be in agreement with all ancient philosophy and occult sciences. A quick study of cymatics makes clear that the movement of sound creates a toroidal field, which is magnetic by its own nature. Magnetism creates electricity. This is how sound creates.
That's absolutely incorrect. Absolutely fucking incorrect.
Light. The combination of these ingredients
Say that again.
Observed are what's a quick study of cymatics makes clear that the movement of sound creates a toroidal.
Oh, but first let's do this. Cymatics! Because anybody who fucking repeats that's a moron too.
Along with the famous "Let there be light." This would be in agreement with all ancient philosophy and occult sciences. A quick study of cymatics makes clear that the movement of sound creates a toroidal field, which is magnetic by its own nature. Magnetism creates electricity. This is how sound creates light. The combination of these ingredients, when observed, are what seem to collapse the wave function into tangible matter. None of that science is controversial. We only start to find backlash when comparing it to the same depiction laid out in almost every ancient text that says the same thing but with metaphors, because all of those take it one step further, of course, saying that there is an unseen intelligent force behind it all, that no man-made scientific instrumentation is capable of detecting. This is the absolute threshold of human perception. Source cannot be detected because it is quite literally that by which we could perceive it in the first place.
Meanwhile, I've mapped it. And it terrifies me. It's daunting, it's beautiful, it's humbling, it's awesome. And there are nothing but answers to reality, but this guy's a fucking retard.
Like a mirror trying to look at itself. The concept of viewing an electron crumbles the moment we realize that the instrumentation needed to do so is made of that very same source.
And bear in mind, I have mapped it in numerous ways. If I could show you, well, I shouldn't tell you that. I should not fucking tell you that. One of the examples you could think of as the sacred mandala.
So we drown the entire thing with mathematics, which also is just another
And mathematics is another fucking bullshit paradigm in place to mislead and manipulate the masses.
way of source looking at itself. This should send academia back to the drawing board to study sound instead. But unfortunately, that would be seen as a step backward, thus loss of public funding for any institution. So they will keep digging further down that same rabbit.
And what did I write about these institutions? It's all governed by pocketbooks and paradigms. And those strings are pulled by a very small group of people who own Google and YouTube. Did I say that right? Yeah, Google and YouTube. Just to name a few examples.
In order to make dead ends meet. So that means that we are stuck learning about this on our own. Luckily, we have a plethora of ancient temples, especially in India, that lay it all out for us and generations to come. That is, as long as we don't keep ignoring them. For more on this, see the full episode available below.
You can post longer videos. Some people can to YouTube. He could have just posted a longer video instead of divisive shit. You and I are being manipulated. The fact that there are short videos and long videos is a red fucking flag. You should have information in one package, just like you should have, technically. I mean, one platform to use, one profile, by and large. I mean, I liked the idea originally of MySpace where you could do everything. And I was kind of drawn to Instagram, even though it was only images at the time. These are red flags. And now if you look around, everything's been marginalized. There's a category for a fucking category for a fucking category. And most people feel like they have to have 2 or 3 profiles if they're, doing things online on one platform. That's ridiculous. I have a lot. It's fucking ridiculous. Either way, what this guy rattled off is probably new to you because most of you are as superficial as the day is long, which means you are the goddamn problem. And how many of you have praised Einstein or praised Tesla? And bear in mind, the kids who praise Tesla, they piss me off. They piss me off. I've rattled off some of the names before. Steinmetz, Faraday, etc., etc. Oliver fucking Heaviside, motherfuckers. There's a lot of other people that put a lot of hard work in, and there's one that I want to mention, but I probably shouldn't, who he outlined how you and I function, and nobody fucking talks about him. Because that's not something you're supposed to know. That's not something you're supposed to appreciate. And you would probably gloss over it because you would probably assume his research was wrong. Because most of you are not very bright. I say things like that often because you have to challenge yourself and consider that fact. Because only by doing so might you get past the hurdle. You might be, capable of pulling your head out of your asshole and not being roped in to propaganda that you're told, sold, and urged to repeat, and most people circulate. For review and posterity's sake, this is the age of disinformation and patently fascist censorship. If you have traction these days, that means you're shopping around dog shit. Things that are in place to fuck up the masses, to screw over the general public. You with me? Now, I complained about atomism. I highlighted somebody who does have traction on the DARPA internet that will tell you the same thing that I would tell you if you're using your brain and I trusted you. Now, here's some other examples, and I'm going to tell you why. And some of you have heard me say this. Most of you, I don't think, give a shit, but just the same. Simulation theory, the multiverse of adult fairy tales, holographic nonsense, the, atomism, and quantum theory. There are more, mind you. All of them are in place to pave the way for a one-world religion. These are no different from people shopping around propaganda campaigns about adult fairy tale aliens that don't exist, which is also in place to pave the way for a one-world religion. If you don't understand what reflects reality, you will repeat the propaganda. Because you aren't cooking with fire, which just means you're not very bright. The same applies to the social engineering horse shit. You do realize that this guy mentioned magnetism and electricity. It's because it's a binary system, despite the Tavistock Institute sanctioned, propaganda campaigns about men and women, because there's two sexes, motherfucker.